3 ways to keep yourself motivated, stand out, and be unapologetic. How to stand out. How to be unapologetically fierce. Okay, let's get into it. It's a new year. I'm feeling great. I feel like I love New Year's. I love what New Year's represents, but the truth is that we're constantly evolving. Every single day is a new day for you to make different decisions and change your life if you really want to and if you're really about that hashtag self-growth mindset, okay? So, but I love January for like that feeling of like being renewed and stuff. So I plan on making a ton of videos this month. Definitely subscribe and like this video if you enjoy. So um, I love this hairstyle, by the way. I've been doing overnight braid outs, and this might be my new go-to hairstyle. So just a side note. But yeah, 3 ways to keep yourself motivated, stand out, and be unapologetic. Okay, so I know a lot of people struggle with feeling motivated. I definitely have my times when I struggle with motivation as well. And one of the most helpful things that I've learned from actually my previous mentor is that, and it's really helpful, like motivation basically comes from doing the thing. Instead of like waiting for a feeling to be motivated to go and do it, you actually feel motivated once you have that momentum, once you've actually started doing the thing. So working out is a perfect example. You guys know I love fitness. I'm all about fitness and health and wellness. So like if you're feeling like you don't have enough motivation to work out, you need to go do the workout, even if it's a light workout at home, a 10-minute ab workout on YouTube. You need to go and do it, and then you will feel the energy that you're ascribing to being motivated, if that makes sense. So you get more motivation the more that you do the thing that you need motivation for. So like for me, for example, with my YouTube channel, sometimes I don't feel like getting on camera and making a video, but once I start making the videos, once I start getting your feedback and stuff, and having the conversations and getting all of these like thoughts that are in my mind always swirling out, it's like similar to how I feel when I journal. Like I feel like it's a rewarding feeling. It's like a liberating feeling. So just a note on being motivated is that you get motivation after you do the thing, after you take action. Sometimes, we're in a state where we're feeling motivated for whatever reason. Maybe you're just having a good day and you're feeling good, but it's best to like not always rely on your emotions. As we all know, emotions are like the worst thing to count on. Like they're fluctuating all the time. So a better course of action is to actually like take the action and let the actions that you take, let the momentum of gradually building on making those changes fuel you and help you become motivated. Because once you start seeing the results, that's when you feel motivated, okay? That's when the real motivation sets in, and that's that feeling that nobody can take away from you. Once you actually start seeing results, what can anybody say? Like once you have a goal, right? And then you say you're just talking about it, but you're not actually doing anything. You're inviting people's feedback. Who knows, maybe it won't be encouraging, or maybe it'll just be like, weary, and they don't think you can do it, or they have people, everybody has an opinion. It's freedom in your mouth, you know what I mean? But once you actually do that thing, once you actually make that thing happen and it's tangible in your life, what can anybody say? That's like motivation to me, is actually like seeing results. And you see results by taking action, and it's very, very simple. Anyways, okay, 3 ways to keep yourself motivated, stand out, and be unapologetic. This was my plan for the video, not my rant. 1, okay, true confidence is built in private. So the things that you do in private, the way that you treat yourself in private, the decisions that you make in private, that's what's going to either add or take away from feeling confident. So a good example again is like nutrition, right? If you're like making not the best decisions in private, right? Say you're like, you have a habit of like eating junk food every day, or door dashing, or eating fast food in private, then like that's really who you are. Who you are in private is who you are. So if you really want to make a change, you have to make that change in private as well. So it starts with how you're treating yourself when nobody is looking. when nobody is looking, when nobody is holding you accountable, when you're not having the validation of like, posting it on the internet or whatever. I mean, do you, but I'm just saying, like, when you're not relying on others' validation and you're doing things for yourself because you want to see a change in your life, because you want to feel your best, that's how confidence is really built. So it starts with the things that you're doing in private, and then over time, the results show in public. And that's what we see a lot of the time when we're looking at people who are very successful, the audacity that people have sometimes to be like envious of those people and compare themselves to very successful people. Not to say that it's not possible for you. It obviously, and there's potential for everything, but it's like the things that they're doing in private are probably very difficult, and it takes a lot of like determination and like consistency to do those things. So it's like, you can't really compare if you're not doing those same exact things, because probably if you did the same things that they do in private, if you worked as, meticulously as them and you paid that much attention to that area of your life, then you would have similar success, you know what I mean? But it really comes down to like, how hard are you willing to work? And especially the work that you do in private shows in public too. And that applies to not only physical stuff, but like your inner work, your personal development work, the work that you do on yourself in private. Think about like your spiritual life, like your prayer life, that is literally built in private. That's built with just you and God. So that goes to show how much our habits in private build our confidence, build our self-esteem, and basically, keep us motivated and make you stand out, because some things just speak for themselves. Like, inner work changes the way that you carry yourself, and like that's where charisma comes from. That's where personal magnetism comes from. And it's like those things can really only be learned through like literally rewiring your brain and changing your behavior and changing the way that you see the world. Like, it gets really deep. So, it's built in private. And accomplishing your goals in silence and prioritizing your private life is really rewarding, and it's a good way to stay motivated and stand out, because like you're not relying on validation from other people. Like, you're living your life for yourself, and that's a really rewarding feeling. Like, there's just something about privacy that is really powerful. And in this day and age, it's hard to be completely private, but I would recommend like safeguarding and keeping private the things that are really important to you. And I feel like, especially with like goals and milestones in life, of course you want to share with the people that you love, people that are close to you, but why do we need the validation of random people? Like, that's just something to think about. Like, you don't really need to share everything. You know what I mean? Like, I think privacy makes you stand out, because what people say about mystique, you know what I mean? Mystique is power, baby. So yeah. Okay, so that was my first point on how to stay motivated and stand out and be unapologetic. Next, maintain a clear mind and use silence as your weapon to get back your personal power and gain emotional control. So there's nothing more empowering and like nothing more that makes you stand out than using silence as your weapon. This was like my lesson of 2024, because like when you're over explaining yourself to people, it just has a way of draining you, and sometimes silence is the best response. 1 second. Whoops. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get better about doing my videos like live, because I eventually want to start doing live videos, so I'm not going to edit that out. I'm so sorry if that bothered you. But yeah, using silence as your response is just so empowering, and it helps you not drain your energy. It helps you like stay high vibe, because you're not leaking energy, you're not giving it away to people, places, and things that don't appreciate it, that don't deserve it, that are trying to basically like harvest that energy from you. Sometimes silence is the best response. So you guys use that in a way that's appropriate for your life. I'm just putting it out there that part of having a clear mind is using silence as your weapon to gain back your sense of personal power and emotional control. Okay, last but not least, own the things that make you different and embrace it. So I was watching, okay, I don't even know how to tackle this, but I learned a lot about, I guess you could say like envy and jealousy and just like human nature a lot last year. And there are people that can explain how this looks in real life way better than I can. But when I tell you that my mind was blown because I didn't realize that so many of um, these behaviors are linked to like jealousy and envy. Like I just had no idea that that's how it could come across to people. And the people that I recommend, if you want to learn more about how jealousy manifests in daily life and just like those kinds of strange relationship dynamics that happen as a result of human nature, there's no one really to blame, it's just human nature. But there's ways to protect yourself, with that being said. I would recommend Robert Greene. He writes about this in great detail and he does a really good job. And also Your Level Up Guru here on YouTube. She does a good way of explaining like how serious and detrimental jealousy and envy can be. But one of the things that I learned is that, and one of the things that she says on her channel that I'm like, wow, is so true, is that a lot of life is just like people gaslighting you. And it's like, and this doesn't have to be a disempowering thing. This is just, sometimes it's helpful to like just face reality head on and not live in like this la la land fairy tale place as a way to like protect yourself, coming from somebody who is literally the epitome of like living in my own world, you know what I mean? But there's some things that we really have to accept. And envy and jealousy is real, and people have a way of like basically gaslighting you sometimes. So a way to protect yourself against this behavior from people, because sometimes it's so insidious that you're not even aware of it. And like I said, they explain it way better than I do. But what I have to say about this is that owning the things that make you different and embracing those things is what makes you stand out, and is what helps you get into that like unapologetic vibes. Because like one of the things that I've noticed, and I don't know if this is always true, I've just noticed it time and time again, that like when it comes to like groups, there is this underlying thing of like wanting to fit into the group, and it's almost like if you're a little bit different or if you stray away from the group in any way, that you get this feeling of being like, you don't fit in and ostracized. And basically what that is like a feeling of like rejection. And I feel like so many times in my life I've had people react to me in a way that makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, or like I'm not good enough, or like I'm weird, or like strange, like I've always felt like that, like maybe I'm just too weird or there's something wrong with me, like why am I getting this reaction from people? And it's just like, obviously we all want to make friends, we all want to be liked, but that's just what happens sometimes. And it's like, you can't allow people to affect your mind that much where they're trying to like make you feel like you're not good enough, or like the things that are different about you are weird. Like the things that are different about you are actually what make you stand out. And guess what? When you stand out, you are by consequence more powerful. It is what it is. So sometimes people just don't like that. People just don't like that you stand out. People don't like that you're different because you are a star. Period. So yeah, those are my quick 3 ways to keep yourself motivated, stand out, and be unapologetic, okay? In 2025, we are what? We are unapologetically ourselves, unapologetically authentic. I recently saw or read, I think I read it on Substack. Follow me on Substack, by the way, my personal blog where I upload my written stuff. That's what a blog is. I don't know why I made that so awkward. It's in the description below, Dream Styling by Renee. It's similar concepts that I talk to you guys about here on my YouTube channel, but in blog form, and you get it sent directly to your email. So it's like a newsletter. It's pretty awesome, and I love the community on Substack. You should definitely join. If you enjoy writing, you enjoy reading, I would say it's kind of like a revamped Tumblr, but it's focused on writing. It's such a cool platform. I'm nerding out already, but definitely follow me on Substack to keep up with my blog posts. And one of the things that I read on Substack recently was that basically it's like some kind of statistic now. I'm awful with reporting this kind of information, and I might be off, But basically it said that, you know how they say like love is the highest vibration? Apparently like authenticity is also a pretty high vibration too, if not like the highest, like being your authentic self. So if you're really trying to be about that high vibe life and you're really trying to be your best self, part of it is being authentic and owning the things that make you different. And that's what being unapologetic is. Like, be yourself and don't be ashamed of it. And the closer and the more often you get to embracing the things that make you different from other people, that's just going to give you a better life experience, because you won't feel like there's something wrong with you. Like, you know, it kind of adds to your self-esteem, and you can't let people gaslight you out of your gifts, out of the things that make you unique, the things that make you, you know, stand out. And if you feel weird, if you feel like you don't fit in, guess what? I'm here to tell you that might be a good thing. You might, it's sometimes I'm like, yes, I'm so happy I'm not like y'all. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm feeling a little bit feisty today with my lip bird. But subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Leave me a like if you found it helpful. And also definitely sign up for my More Than Amused membership program. I've discounted the price for January, and then once I add my workbooks and my journaling like playbook stuff, my pizzazz, I'm going to be upping the price come February. So definitely check out more about that program. That's my monthly membership online journaling community program, where every single month we're tackling a different area of life. And by the end of the program, we will have improved 12 different areas of our life. December was body image and fitness. So all of that content is already there. And I will be doing the January content very soon. If you want to see what these themes are, check the list on my website so you can kind of see the outline there. Okay. I will see you guys soon. Definitely let me know if you like this video. Bye!